up my Murphy bed, sat down to scratch my head. What could this day bring? It could be anything. I get the phone call, I gotta help them all. Go girl will save the day, child will not get away. It didn't take me long to find it.
All right. Welcome to Conspiracy Corner Podcast, everyone. This is Abe, your host. That was I Want to Be Ninja, Jennifer Murphy, Go Girl. Today is September 5th, 2025. As far as update, just been working last night. Got to work tonight. Got to do truck probably Friday, where I got to fry as much of the chicken before the weekend because we're closed on weekends. It's going to be a busy night, but that's okay. Been playing Harry Potter for Game Boy Color, Chamber of Secrets, and Prisoner of Azkaban for Game Boy Advanced. As you guys know, I do have another podcast, Blue Pill Podcast, where I just talk about anything non-conspiracy. Today's going to be a true crime episode, but I don't know. I always throw it in with Conspiracy Corner. To me, true crime kind of fits in with it. Same with paranormal, same with ufology. To me, that all ties in with conspiracy. So, but yeah, so keep an eye out. I will end up reviewing those. I went through and played all the Zeldas for Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advanced, and reviewed those. And now I'm working on the Harry Potter series for Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance, so that it's pretty fun. I reviewed one, and now I'm just playing through the whole Harry Potter series, and I'm going to review it and do a series on it. But as far as updates, that's about it. Oh, I have a Buy Me a Coffee account set up in the description below if you want to donate $1. It helps me, helps the channel. Daddy's got bills to pay. But today I wanted to do something a little more lighthearted. So this video, I do like true crime. I don't know if it's just an American trait. Something about like that outlaw spirit of America, you know, the Wild West. It's just ingrained genetic memory or something. I love true crime. I love playing like Grand Theft Auto. I love listening to Last Podcast on the Left. It's one of my favorite subjects is true crime, you know, conspiracy, paranormal, true crime's up there with it. And I don't cover it a whole lot. I have covered it before, like the Raincoat Killer. I did a Jack the Ripper series, Charles Manson series. We did a series on female killers. Like, we have delved into it on this channel before. But this story was so, to me, funny. I was like, dude, I gotta fucking cover this. So, and I'm sure you already know where it's going because of the title of the video, whatever I title it. Chuck E. Cheese is a little bit busy, ma'am. Hang on. That's my alarm. Oh. Chuck E. Cheese is a little bit busy, ma'am. Body cam footage shows arrest of mascot. Would you all put Mickey Mouse in handcuffs? One distraught mother at the Chuck E. Cheese asked the police officers. So, I watched, and we do have another story we might cover if we have time. If not, I will cover it on another episode. And I just wanted kind of a lighthearted episode today. We've been covering Epstein like crazy. We've been covering just negative shit like crazy. I'm like, you know what? I just want to do a fun episode. Hopefully you guys enjoy. And I watched a little bit, not the complete body cam footage, but that's one of my favorite pastimes. So I watched a little bit of the body cam footage of Chuck E. Cheese getting arrested because I was like, what? And I did watch the second story. If we have time, we'll cover it. I watched a little bit of it. I have not watched the full body cam footage. So, the confusion and anger of children and their parents at Chuck E. Cheese in Tallahassee, Florida. So, if you guys know, I'm a Florida boy, and I was on the West Coast, like 20 miles from Tampa. So everything crazy happens in Florida, and there's a reason. So a lot of people don't know this, and like I said, I'm a true crime fan, and I learned it from last podcast on the left. It's not so much that Florida is Florida is full of crazy people, but it's not so much, we get a bad rep for being like the craziest state. We have a thing down there called sunshine laws, meaning we have more leniency on like criminal activity and journalism. Like journalists are more free down there to cover crimes and true crime and stuff like that rather than other states. It's called the sunshine laws. You'll have to look it up. But they have more leniency on how much documents they get, how much body cam footage they get. They're allowed to report on it easier. So it was in Tallahassee, Florida. It's gone viral in a newly released body cam footage of a mascot being arrested and escorted out of the location in handcuffs. So he was arrested while he was wearing the Chuck E. Cheese suit. This is where it's funny, dude. And by the way, in the video, the kids are all like, "Oh no!" So I was kind of a smarter kid. Like, I knew Chuck E. Cheese, that wasn't really Chuck E. Cheese. But I knew kids around me at Chuck E. Cheese that knew, or that thought that was actually Chuck E. Cheese, man. So, like, essentially the cops busted in and arrested Chuck E. Cheese. This is like arresting, like, Santa Claus or, like, the Tooth Fairy or the Easter Bunny, you know? And me and my wife were talking, I'm like, because I'm pretty sure I know the crime from the little bit that I watched. I think it had something to do with a stolen credit card, so it's not even a violent crime. But I'm like, why didn't, like, they call ahead and tell the manager, hey, keep him in the office, or tell him to go on smoke break when we get here, and we'll meet him out back, and, like, something, so the kids don't see Chucky getting arrested, you know? It's just funny. So handcuffed the man in his costume. Okay, in the video released by Tallahassee Police Department, a Chuck E. Cheese mascot is approached by two police officers who handcuffed the man in his costume inside of the restaurant/arcade and escort him out to a police car, where they begin to question him. Children in the video are heard saying, "Oh no!" standing by in confusion. So you can watch the video, like, the kids are seeing this shit. Before exiting the location, a distraught mother told officers they may have traumatized the children in the restaurant arcade. "Would you all put Mickey Mouse in handcuffs?" she said. These are actual quotes. Dude, just because I'm not like a super big Blue Lives Matter type of guy, I would so try to sue of, like, emotional distress of my child, or because it's all government money. I mean, you would make a decent bag off of that. At least try. Worst case scenario, you lose a little bit of money, but most lawyers would go, ooh, you know, if they seen a possibility of winning the case, they'd be like, yeah, we could get some fucking money out of this shit, you know? Now, is the kid going to be scarred for life? No. If the parents explain it to the child, you know, they're going to have to break the news that Chuck E. Cheese ain't fucking real, you know, along with Santa Claus one day. By the way, how do you all feel about that? Like, because Santa Claus is really, honestly, like, the first conspiracy for most kids, unless you're, like, Jewish or something. It's honestly, like, the first conspiracy of, like, it's your parents conspiring against you, making up bullshit about a mythical creature who, you know what I mean? And it's the first time. I personally believe it's kind of a cool lesson because it shows the kid in a weird way, like, hey, anyone can lie to you, even your parents, like, who love you. People conspire. And this is not a bad conspiracy. I mean, yes, it's breaking your heart to realize that Santa's not real, but, like, and we gave you gifts, but it does kind of show you that anyone can lie to you, you know? Maybe that's where my trust issues come from, like I was talking about last episode. What do you guys think in the comments, though? Is it fucked up to teach your kids about Santa, or do you guys teach your kids about Santa? What are your thoughts on it? Do you think it's fun? Do you think it's cool? Do you think it's bad? I've heard a lot of parents... Santa Claus is a very divisive figure in parenting conversations. I do think it's shitty that Santa gets all the fucking credit for the parents' hard work and money, you know. Sorry for that little... We went off the rails on Santa Claus. Jermel Jaru Jones, JJJ, 41, was arrested at... and by the way, I'm not trying to be mean, but this guy, whenever they pull off the mask, I did see him. He looked pretty ghetto. Like, I felt bad for him because he looked like he was down on his luck. But he looked shady as fuck, like... And it's funny, it's just like... And this isn't a race thing, it is a black dude, but it's just like... he looks like he's like straight out of jail or prison or something. Just like, man, I just need a job. I felt kind of bad for him, but... I don't know, it just reminded me of that movie with Robin Williams where he's a mascot and like an alcoholic and just a really mean person. Not saying this guy's mean or bad, but like the shadiest motherfucker could be under that mascot suit, you know? I guess it goes back to the whole drunken Santa at the mall archetype, you know? Archetype. So JJJ 41, Jermel Gerard Jones was arrested at Tallahassee Chuck E. Cheese on July 23rd after officers responded. By the way, these are older stories, but I just now seen the body cam footage. The body cam footage just came out. It usually comes out later, so I didn't know about it. So it's kind of news in a way. On July 23rd, after officers responded to a call from a woman named Michelle Allen, who alleged she had video proof of Jones using a stolen credit card, according to a probable cause affidavit obtained by USA Today. Allen said she was at the Chuck E. Cheese to confront Jones. So she went up there to confront him. By the way, dude, like, once again, it's a non-violent crime. This, to me, is like an example of police being, like, too aggressive, too crazy with situations. Like, it's a non-violent crime. And you just scarred a bunch of kids by arresting Chuck E. Cheese. So, by the way, too, they arrested him in the suit. So now there's no more Chuck E. Cheese that day, and they're going to have to get another suit. Unless they got backups. Why was the Chuck E. Cheese mascot arrested? Allen told police, who met her in the parking lot of Chuck E. Cheese, that the last time she used her credit card was on June 28th, when she attended her child's birthday party. According to the affidavit, after the party, she noticed around $105 worth of fraudulent charges on her card from businesses she had never shopped at. So let's see if they tell what this dude spent it on. I'm curious. When Allen obtained security footage from a local grocery store, she identified the man using her card in the business as a Chuck E. Cheese employee, according to the document. What are you saying? All black people look the same? Sorry. According to the document, once Allen told police she wanted to press charges against Jones, officers entered the Chuck E. Cheese. Let's lock and load, guys. And located him after another employee said he was the one in the mouse suit. Not even Chucky. He was the one in the mouse suit. And by the way, look at this video. Here's a picture, a clip, just an image of Chucky being let out in handcuffs. They got him. I just think of a wanted poster of Chuck E. Cheese, like wanted, dead or alive, reward $5,000, you know, like an old Western wanted poster. This would be a cool t-shirt, man. I would love, dude, to, like, for my channel to be bigger. So I would make a t-shirt on this, like, Conspiracy Corner Podcast. And then just a wanted Chuck E. Cheese. You know, he's got a black eye, missing teeth. You know, he's handcuffed. Like a mugshot. I would fucking wear it. What happens in the arrest video? The video released by the Tallahassee Police Department features the body cam footage of the 2 officers at the scene. In the second part of the video, viewers can hear one of the officers say, "Chucky's a little busy, ma'am." The dialogue is fucking awesome. I just imagine, like, reading this as a play or something. Like, it could be a play. That would be awesome. Just a short little play at community theater or something. To a woman with a few kids interacting with the mascot. "Back off, ma'am. He's a hardened criminal." When officers approached Jones, one of them grabbed his right arm and told him, "Chucky, come with me, Chucky." He's referring to him as Chucky. The affidavit said. He didn't even call him Jones or Jermel. He's literally grabbed his arm and said, "Chucky, come with me, Chucky." This is awesome. The affidavit stated, during this interaction, Jones pulled away from the officer's grip and allegedly continued resisting by bracing his arms towards his chest, and he would not release his braced arms. So Chucky's resisting arrest, man. I wonder if it's going to get physical. The arresting officer asked Jones not to make a scene. Which, by the way, they already made a scene because you, like I said, how hard would it have been to have the manager call up there, have the manager say, "You'll have to excuse the stupid dog. Hey, go smoke. You know, take a 30-minute break. Go eat some Chuck E. Cheese pizza and go smoke a cigarette, you know." And just arrest him, like, in the break room or the manager's office, or have the manager say, "Hey, I want to talk to you about something," you know. They didn't have to do it in front of the kids, man. It's crazy. At that point, so they made the scene, honestly, when they're saying not to make a scene, like, they made the scene. At that point, he was placed in handcuffs and escorted out of the business to the officer's patrol car. While speaking with the officers, Jones told them, and they did take his mask off. It would have been funnier if they just kept the mask on him the whole time while they were interrogating him and investigating. Sadly, they left the mask on. "The only cards I used was in my own Cash App," the affidavit stated. He continued to deny using the woman's card, including when questioned about purchases at a meat market and a smoke shop. So he got some food. He was hungry. I mean, that to me, if you're going to steal, stealing's never good. But, like, if you're down on your luck and you're stealing food, I can kind of forgive that one. Because you got to fucking eat, dude. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that theft is good, but if you're stealing food, I get it. Because you got to fucking survive. Now, the smoke shop, no, that ain't cool, homie. Now you're just being extravagant and being a piece of shit right there. Stealing what? Like, or you're purchasing with stolen money, like, what, a weed pipe, or who knows, a crack pipe or a meth pipe, because I've went into smoke shops and they sell that shit too, which is sad to me. If I owned a smoke shop, it would be weed only. That's it. Weed only paraphernalia. It would not be fucking meth pipes and crack pipes. That's so trashy to me. The arresting document continued. "I don't got no card on me. I don't use nobody's card but my own." And that's his actual English that he's using. I wonder if he talks to the kids like that. "Yo, I'm Chucky, you know? I'm the real deal. It's for real, me." Jones told officers, per the affidavit, if he did find a card, Jones told the officers he would have turned it into Chuck E. Cheese and not kept it. What was the Chuck E. Cheese employee charged with? Jones was charged with 3 felonies. And Anytime you see that word, that's scary shit. That means like decent time you're gonna have to do. Felony ain't good. Misdemeanor, that one's nice. You know, it still sucks, but it's like, okay, misdemeanor. Felony, no, that ain't good, homie. Including theft of a credit card, criminal. Oh, I wonder how much he spent too, because that 102. They did say 102. So it's not grand theft, I wouldn't think. I think grand theft is anything over $500. I thought. You know, I could be wrong, but. So at least he didn't go buck wild. Here I am rooting for Chucky. Criminal use of personal identification information and fraudulent use of a credit card more than 2 times within 6 months. So this had been going on for 6 months. He was kind of smart about it. I do have to say that. He only used it twice within a 6-month period. So he probably used it like when he first stole it, or he waited a while, used it, and like, nah, he probably used it when he first stole it, because most people would cancel their credit card after that. So I'm guessing he used it when he first stole it, and I guarantee you this mom has like 1 billion fucking cards, and was like, oh, I just lost one, I'll look around the house. And he probably used it on like a small purchase, just to see, test it out, waited like 3 months, and it used it again, and was like, holy shit, this shit's still active, dude. And then, you know, used it again, like kept using it or whatever, well, twice until he got caught. That's when she noticed the second time. Unless, here we go into conspiracy land, she knew that it was stolen, seen the first transaction, and like would purposely trap them, like, let's see him use it again, left it active. That way she could go to the actual store, get the footage, figure out who it was. Unless she knew and wanted to know. That's smart if she was trying to trap him. According to Leon County records, he was taken into custody and booked at Leon County Jail, but he has already been released on bond. By the way, I hope that, obviously they wouldn't have the mask on him, but I hope from the neck down, he's still wearing the mascot suit. Because sometimes, anytime I've had a mugshot, I've been arrested 3 times. All 3 times I was in the orange jumpsuit. But once in a while, they'll do your mugshot before they give you the jumpsuit. So you're in your street clothes. And I hope, man, if I can find this mugshot, that he's in the Chuck E. Cheese mascot suit. That'd be fucking hilarious. I'll probably use it as the image if I can. So, he was taken into custody and booked at Leon County Jail, but he has already been released on bond. The Tallahassee Democrat, part of the USA Today network, reported. The felonies Jones were charged with are not his only criminal charges. Gee, you think? Sorry, I told you guys this dude looked shady as fuck when I seen him in the footage. I mean, sorry. In Leon County. Since 2004, he has been charged with petite theft, low-value theft, so something small, maybe a candy bar, maybe a ham sandwich, because he was at the meat market, so he likes meat. Possession of marijuana and cocaine. So there's the smoke shop connection. He does smoke weed. And cocaine's a little classier than crack, so hopefully he's not a crackhead. He's at least getting the good shit. Sorry. Trespassing and indecent exposure in public. That's not good. That's like sex offender shit. Wait a second. Indecent exposure in public, so is he not on a sex offender list? And if he is, how the fuck did he get a job as a mascot at Chuck E. Cheese? That's a huge red flag. Chuck E. Cheese, do you guys not do background checks, or what's going on here, man? Trespassing and indecent exposure in public, meaning nudity. Like his dick or his butt or something. That's like sex offender shit. Wow, according to court documents. I am quite frankly shocked that a man with this many theft, drug, and indecent exposures arrest was hired by Chuck E. Cheese and allowed to be around young children on a regular basis. The Allens' lawyer, Paul Elise, said in an email statement to USA Today. By the way, you guys typed it layer, so just a heads up, USA Today. Sorry, that journalist is coming out in me. Yeah, exactly, dude. How the fuck? Chuck E. Cheese, I guarantee you, they're going to get some heat for that. The Tallahassee location and Chuck E. Cheese corporate is definitely going to fucking hear about this shit. Like, we had a sex offender in a mascot suit playing with children. That's not good. And by the way, I'm not saying the dude's a creep. He could have just been drunk, you know, like, found an alleyway and peed. I don't know the situation. To me, that's harmless. Like, because there are people who are on that list. Like, I've heard stories of, like, people walking home from the bar, and they're like, oh, a playground. It's 3 a.m. I'm going to go pee because I have to piss. I drank, like, 6 beers. And then a cop shining a flashlight, seeing their dick, arresting them. And because it's on a playground, you know. I'm not saying it's good, but it's like, they shouldn't be put on a fucking list for something like that. And I've heard stories of people put on lists for shit like that. Or Romeo and Juliet laws, you know, shit like that. Well, I certainly hate what happened to my client, Ms. Allen. I am truly grateful no children were harmed by Mr. Jones. That's not funny, but I mean, that's good. Hopefully no accusations come out later. What did Chuck E. Cheese say? We are aware of an incident involving a part-time employee arrested at our Tallahassee location on Wednesday, July 23rd. That's my brother's birthday. Happy birthday, Joseph, if you're listening. Chuck E. Cheese got arrested on your birthday. I hope you weren't at Chuck E. Cheese that day celebrating. You would have seen it. Chuck E. Cheese representative Allison Chouinard said in an email statement to USA Today, we have taken the appropriate action concerning the subject employee. USA Today was unable to reach Jones's lawyer. So I'm sorry, dude. I had to share that story. It was so fucking hilarious to me. And the video is hilarious. You guys need to go check out the arrest video. I did show you like a screenshot. You can find it on YouTube. It's fucking viral right now. And it just came out. Let me see. I just noticed it like a day or two ago. Let me look it up. Chuck E. Cheese arrest. 2 days ago. It's only 2 days ago that this footage came out. And here, we got a couple minutes. I got time. I will play it for you all. Let's turn it up a little bit. Here we go.
Chucky's a little bit busy, man. Chucky, come with me, Chucky. Come on. Come with Chucky. Chucky, stop resisting. Stop resisting. You're being detained. Stop resisting. Let it go. Let it go. Do not cause a scene here, sir.
You're gonna be him in the mouse suit.
Oh boy.
Oh my god. We're gonna detain the mouse, dude.
We are.
Do it. I want you to. Go around and ask. Go around.
You want me to come in front of
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, grab him. Get him.
And they do keep calling him Chucky. Grab him. Get him.
Come with Chucky. Chucky, stop resisting. Stop resisting. You're being detained.
I just love that they're still referring to him as Chucky and not Jones. That is fucking hilarious. Chucky, stop resisting. Stop resisting. Alright, I'm sorry. I had to have a fun episode. And this was, when I heard this story, I'm like, dude, I've got to fucking report on it. I know I can't do just serious podcast all the time. Like, sometimes I got to do just a fun one. And I was like, dude, I've got to fucking cover this shit. I love you all. Please like, share, and subscribe. We will cover, hopefully, that other story. If you guys want, I'll tell you this. I'll give you a sneak peek. It's two kids having a standoff, little kids with a gun with police. Do you guys want to hear that story next episode? Let me know in the comments and I'll report on it, or we'll go back to serious shit. But every once in a blue moon, I like to do a fun episode. Gotta lighten the load a little bit. I love y'all. Please like, share, and subscribe. Y'all have a good day.